All right, we're here in TVLine's Comic-Con suite with the cast of Legacies. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
No offense to like every other show that's coming through here, but like this is the one. I'm just like so happy that the show exists. First of all,
Yay.
like
You're like the original super fan.
Day One Vampire Diaries. But speaking of the legacy of this show, like, did you ever think that Alaric would be the thread that connected? You're the only actor so far to officially appear on all three shows.
I know. I like the hat trick of it all. I'm very excited by this. I had no idea. I was originally brought on as like a 4-episode arc in season 1, so this is quite the surprise.
We're going on like a decade of Vampire Diaries.
History.
That's nuts.
It's pretty crazy. I was using it on my Instagram the other day, but I was in the Salvatore set, which is no longer on the stage that it was built on, and we moved the whole building over, and now they're rebuilding it from scratch, and it's just incredible to feel all the history in those walls and in that wood, and all the stories that we told in that room. Now we get to keep telling them.
It's like a real place.
It's like a real place.
Did it take any convincing on your part to rejoin this world, or were you just game immediately?
No, I think it seemed to be a natural progression. You know, like I've been hearing about it and through the grapevine, and so when Julie and I had lunch, she sat down and said, "What do you think?" And we talked about it. I was like, "Why not? Why not? We love the world. We love the characters. We love working together. We love everyone we work with. We love Atlanta, and we most of all we love our fans who love these characters. So to be able to continue that on, and then I feel personally like being able to finish it and have the sort of trilogy of it all, I think was really great, and be able to synergize all of our experience that we've gained over the years working together to synthesize all that. And you can really tell in these scripts, because when I read them, I'm so excited about what we're doing.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like a trilogy.
Oh yeah.
I thought of it like 3 of 10.
I was gonna say it's a trilogy for now.
Yeah.
Until
So we're on the 10th spin-off of the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. So everyone's like, "How do you like the spin-off?" I'm like, "It's a trilogy."
I like that. Well, speaking of trilogy, tribrids, we really got a chance to get to know Hope on a whole new level this season on the originals. But it was a still a rough time for Hope. Are you excited? I mean, I kind of get the vibe that on the new show things are gonna not slow down, but you're gonna kind of get to taste like normal-ish teenage life, as normal as it can be on this show. Like first loves, first kisses, and all that. Like
All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of like crying and screaming all the time and like being so broken. No, I'm trying to get them. I was talking to Brett last night, and I was like, I just want Hope to break, like so badly. I want her to break. I just want her to like release all of her tribridness and just like be depressed. And like that's because it's my. I want to see Hope just like freak out, and you know what I mean, just go crazy.
But
Can
we
you
talk
imagine?
about like what defines each of these characters and like what the real world substitution for each of them would be. And for Hope, it's PTSD. Like she is basically just like a walking case for PTSD.
Yeah.
That girl's been through a lot.
childhood trauma out the wazoo.
Exactly.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
But I understand there's a young gentleman who might be brightening up Hope's life.
Yes, perhaps there is.
Yes, a gentleman named Landon Kirby. Right?
You've done your research.
Julie's like, easy.
What are you asking, Andy?
Is that something that you're really excited to explore, like a nice human
Yes,
relationship?
I'm actually very excited. That's most of the stuff we filmed before. We're on like day 3, but that's most of the stuff we filmed. And Aria, who plays Landon, is an incredible actor to work with, and it's so nice for Hope to act with someone like on her maturity level, I think. And it's giving me as an actor kind of a sense of like, oh, this is what like teenagers do, and this is what I get to play and infuse this with. It's much more natural for me. So it's been fun. It's been really great.
Yeah. What about Alaric? He was still single last time I checked.
Alaric has opened up a Tinder profile.
A really vague Tinder profile.
It's going very slow. Talking about post-traumatic stress, I think anytime he gets close to love, I'm sure he starts to get very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. He's like, listen, it's best for you, honestly, to not date me.
let me give you a brief history of my exes and how they all died.
If you want to try and break this trend, okay.
Yeah. But he certainly has love for his twins, who are now all grown up, and I'm sure a handful.
Yes, they are a handful, but that's one of the most exciting parts about the show so far is his relationship with the girls who are now teenagers. To see him in that parental role where he's got to It's funny when the whole dad things come out. I mean, I'm like, I see them in their school uniforms. I'm like, those skirts are too short.
I know. He was like, who would like let their students wear that kind of a skirt? And I was like, Matt. I was like, relax.
You're like, relax,
Relax.
Dad.
God.
Also, like, you're like the headmaster of the school, so that was your approval.
I thought that as I was
Yeah.
saying, I'm like, I must have approved this.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
By the way,
yeah.
wasn't that a line in, it's in next week's episode where the twins are negotiating skirt hemline rules with their mother and father.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Because Klaus needs a favor from them.
Well, speaking of mother and father, Caroline is a big part of the school. She's helping you run it and everything. Should we maybe hope to see her again?
Definitely.
Absolutely. I would love to see her again, and she knows that, so...
Put the pressure on.
Something like, you call every third day, hey, Candace! No, she loves the character so much, and she and I are very good friends, and so my hope is that eventually she will make her way to us for a visit. But in the meantime, she is very much referenced and alive in the world, and absent for mysterious reasons. ...
Well, I mean, not that I'm putting any pressure on you guys, but now that we're back in Mystic Falls, which is full of, characters that we knew from previous shows. I believe Matt he's still the sheriff. He became the sheriff?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And Jeremy is he was, at the end of the Vampire Diaries, he was helping out at the school.
Absolutely.
Is it sort of like everybody has an open invitation if they want to?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we are writing scripts, and we are integrating these characters into the scripts, and then when their scripts are done, we'll call them and say, hey, do you want to come do this? And if the answer is no, then we'll put somebody else in there. Well, okay, Steven, you don't want to come play? All right.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right, you see what happens next. See what your character becomes. But there are already 3 names from the 2 shows in the first 5 scripts that we at least reference, if not see. So it's going to be fun. I don't imagine the whole team will stop by at any point.
Right.
But Paul Wesley's going to direct an episode, so
That's awesome.
he's really super excited about that. And were he not dead, he could probably make a cameo.
I was going to say, he's the one character
Yeah.
from the original show that cannot...
I know.
Dream sequence.
Dream
Dream
He could
sequence.
totally be remember in 3 Men and a Baby when there was that guy, that standee that they photographed behind the curtains,
the
and everybody
ghost.
it became this thing that was all over the internet of
Yeah.
the ghosts in 3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah.
So that could be Paul Wesley in a scene.
So there's-
we just put him behind a curtain.
A
There's an
curtain.
explanation for that?
Yeah, it was like a PR standee. Yeah.
I thought it was a ghost. I was hoping it was a
Well,
ghost.
of course you did.
Bummer.
Debunked. I mean, not like we're not looking at somebody whose character died multiple times.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
an expert.
Never say never. As we approach, the end of the originals and we look towards Legacies, do the shows kind of bleed into one another, or is it more the originals has a firm ending and then the Legacies has a firm beginning?
I feel like, the 2 years that happen in between the end of the originals and the start of Legacies allows us the freedom to start hope in a new place and really, age up the twins and begin this show. You don't have to, it's you don't have to have seen the other shows. You really don't have to have seen the other shows
that's what's
to
great.
see this. It feels fresh. It feels like a world that you don't have to be familiar with. It's my love letter to Harry Potter and Buffy, that's what that's exactly what it is. In fact, they might be calling and being getting the lawyers involved.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The scene where Hope plays Quidditch, I'm just not sure
But
if that's
so we made up our own game, right? Because obviously Quidditch is a little out of this world expensive, and so we actually have a scene where they're explaining, they're like, well, we tried Quidditch, but people kept falling from the sky and breaking their legs, and so they made up their own game, and we called it Wickery.
Well, it's interesting
Yeah.
because in the show we reference Harry Potter as fiction, which
Yes.
is I know it's some weird thing, but it's fun because if you've watched the 2 shows, there's a lot of history that's infused within the episodes. But if you haven't, it's like a show of its own, really.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, what's your line, Matt? You say when he's like, what is there to explain actually about this place? And
Oh yeah. What does he say? There's a new student who's in my office and he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I said, and he asked you what's happening. I said, well, I usually have a speech that's prepared to unpeel the layers of mystical history, but most people have read Harry Potter and are okay with me skipping the beginning.
Yeah.